What's up, guys? That time of year again where we give our predictions for MLB. Um, Last year, I know we did this, and it was there was a lot of texting, a lot of pages, a lot of words. So I figured we'd do it this year uh, through video, at least on my end. So, without further ado, here are I think I won this last year, didn't I? Here's my predictions for this upcoming season, 2017. I'll go as quick as I can with also some dialogue. Uh, American League East last year. This is my toughest division to pick, besides Tampa. I think I had Tampa last. 1 through 4 was a crapshoot. This year, Tampa also is going to be last. I think they're just awful. Boston's going to be 1, and then in 2, 3, 4 is a complete toss up. But I got Toronto 2, Baltimore 3, Yankees 4. I think the Yanks are really on their way to something good, but their rotation is very crappy. If they ever lose one of those guys to injury, uh, it could be even worse. I love their bullpen. I hate their starters, so I got the Yankees fourth. Central, American League Central. I'm going to go bottom to top here. Chicago 5, Minnesota 4. Losing Sale is a huge blow. Minnesota's got some good young talent. I like Molitor as a manager, but I'm going that 5-4. Detroit 3, KC 2, Cleveland 1. American League West, Oakland might be the worst team in baseball. Between them and San Diego, probably. And maybe Cincy. But anyways, Oakland 5, Anaheim 4, Seattle 3, Texas 2, and Houston winning that division. 1, 2, 3 up there was a toss-up. I think that could go either way, but that's where I'm going on that one. National League East, Phillies 5th, Atlanta 4. I like where they're going. I think they could be a dark horse. I really like Florida, but it's at 3. I would have gone higher, but I think the Mets and Washington are too loaded. I got New York winning that division over Washington. Central, Cincinnati 5th, Milwaukee 4th, Pittsburgh 3. Pittsburgh might be even worse than that, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh 3, Cardinals 2, Chicago 1. I know it's kind of boring. It's probably what everyone's picking, but the Chicago is just too good. St. Louis will always be solid. Um, West, San Diego 5, awful. Arizona 4, Colorado 3, Giants 2, Dodgers win the division. Colorado and Arizona intrigue me. I think Colorado could be really good. Arizona 2, I think Greinke has a big bounce back year. Goldschmidt is this. I think he's in a terrible market. That guy is solid, but not enough around him. And so that's what I'm doing with that. Um, so here we go. I'm going to go postseason awards first. MVP of American League. I think this guy is incredible. And I think he's still under the radar. But I'm going Rougned Odor for Texas. I think he's going to win the MVP. I think he's amazing. Cy Young. This is going way out. I don't know why I like this guy, but his numbers are great. He's got to stay healthy. I'm going Carlos Carrasco for the Indians. Cy Young. Manager of the Year, I'm going Scott Service of the Mariners. It's hard to give it to a guy that's going to make the playoffs. I mean, Francona is going to, these guys that are now expected to do well, and it's kind of unfair, but so I'm going Scott Service of Seattle, Manager of the Year. National League Awards, MVP, Chris Bryant. I was going to go Rizzo. Schwarber is also a dark horse for me. It's got to be a Cub. That team is just so good. So I think Bryant's going to win it. Didn't he win it last year? I think so. Back to back, I'm going Bryant. Cy Young, I'm saying Mad Bum. I think he is. I wasn't sold on him until last year because he was just postseason great. That guy is a stud. Thought about Syndergaard, Kershaw, of course, and Cubs have a few. Did I say Scherzer? But I'm gonna go Baumgartner, Cy Young. Manager of the Year, again, same kind of situation as the American League. This team, I think, is going to be really good. Just gonna miss the playoffs. I'm going Mattingly over in Florida. Real quick, I don't know how much time this is gonna have on here for me to keep going. Wild card. I got the Royals at Texas, and I got KC winning that game. National League wild card. I got Cardinals at Washington with the Nats winning that. Takes us to our division series, 7-game series. KC at Boston and Houston at Cleveland in the American League. I'm going Boston in 7, Cleveland in 6. National League, Washington at Chicago, and this is really good. New York at LA. I think that I love the Mets. I love their staff. I'm saying Chicago in 7. I think that Washington Chicago series would be amazing. I mean, they might be the two best teams on paper, but so I got Chicago beating Washington in 7, and I got the Dodgers beating the Mets in 7.